Can we pause for 2 seconds?
Yeah.
The fact that we're not talking about the Jordan documentary confirms my theory that Jordan documentary overrated. Overrated, overrated, overrated. And had it not
Agreed.
been during COVID-19, it should have been 3.
Yo, what's up, fam? It's your boys, the ThreeTokens. You got myself, LC.
Troy.
And James, what up?
What's up, fam? So we guys, as always, we're bringing you some amusement, some entertainment, very little cash value. Wanted to petition to the guys and see if you guys had a chance to watch the Michael Jordan documentary that happened on Sunday. What do you think?
Yeah.
What are your thoughts on it?
You want to go first, Troy? You go first.
I can go first, man. I'll just tell you, it was interesting because we're bored,
Yeah.
but that was it.
No.
You know what it made me think of? We really, really miss sports. Like America, people in general, like life is better with sports and without. And what really makes me even more mad, like going through this, is that I am now even more mad all those times I paid to go see LeBron James play and he ain't show up. Because now I ain't got basketball to watch him on TV. And so I'm like, I feel jaded twice. I paid money to see you. You weren't there. I got to watch this documentary that's all right. And now I got to see all your fans talk about how you're better than Michael Jordan online. I need sports. I need full basketball.
I think no, James is gonna go next. I'm gonna let James go.
No, I mean, I agree with you. I miss basketball, like, cause I like it for entertainment. But like, I'm fine. Like, I don't need outside entertainment. Like, I watched the Jordan documentary. I probably would have, even if we weren't. But like, I think it's cool content, and I do like hearing about like people's stories and stuff, but it's just like it's too long.
You think so?
They put 2
We're only
hours.
a fifth of the way.
I know, but they put 2 hours up, and a whole hour of it was like about how Scottie Pippen didn't get paid, and I was like, dang man, he didn't get paid.
How do you feel
Move
about
on.
that, though?
No, like that's horrible because
Cool story, bro. Right?
I feel like they took advantage of somebody who was young, but at the end of the day, it's like, for a storytelling piece, move on. Like, dang,
Yeah.
that sucks. Your whole character development was because you didn't get paid. Like, if this was a movie, and the whole movie was like, man, I didn't get paid enough. Be like, dang. So what else happened to you? Be like, nothing.
Yeah, I was definitely
That's
waiting
it.
for that silver lining, and that silver lining didn't happen, and I was like, yeah.
The silver lining is he got traded and made more money than Jordan did in 4 years in like Jordan's whole career.
Did he?
Yeah, Pippen made more money from NBA contracts than Jordan did throughout their entire careers.
Is that how much
He
of
just
that
got
is
on the
because
back
he
end.
played more years?
He played a couple more years. It wasn't like he doubled. Like, he played a few more years. And Jordan, like when Jordan played for the Wizards, he didn't make that much money, which nobody ever talks about, Wizards Jordan. And then like Jordan's extra contracts, like his contracts up front were so big compared to everybody else. Like when time came up for like Pippen's other contracts, like he was getting crazy money. So he actually made more money in the NBA than Jordan. Now Jordan made billions of dollars off of shoes and every other deal in the world and Space Jam and you know, everything else he's involved in now. But like just for the NBA career, like Scottie Pippen made more money. But like at that point, it was like, dang, he's not getting paid. But then it was like, okay, move on. Like, it was cool.
What I'm mad about, though, with Pippen is that it was really easy to play college ball back in the day. A lot easier than it is now. And I'm upset by that.
Basketball and all sports have changed so much, which is also why I don't like the Hall of Fame anymore. Like, I don't respect the Hall of Fame because there's so many people who got in 30 years ago when the competition was so low. Like, I'm like, that doesn't count.
Oh, you gotta put them in there, though. You gotta put them in there.
No. So, okay. I want the Hall of Fame to exist. I want the Hall of
Get him
Fame to
out.
exist, but I want like another Hall of Fame that has like a rolling top 100. Like,
Ooh,
like when a new great player comes in, if you number 100, you're out.
that's dope.
But some of their skill level was only better because they've learned from the groundwork that those guys started.
That's
You know,
fine.
if you
They're
take the
still better.
fundamentals that, huh?
They're still better.
Well, I mean, they're better because generally all the competition around them has gotten better as well too.
Exactly,
You
and we
know,
need to acknowledge that. But the fact that somebody's in the Hall of Fame, like Michael Jordan, we'll say is probably the best player in the Hall of Fame right now, right?
Mhm.
Like I feel
Okay.
like that's debatable,
Yeah.
but he's at least top 3. Who's the worst
Right.
player in the NBA in the Hall of Fame for the NBA? Because I bet that dude is garbage by today's standards.
I would agree with that. I would agree
Yeah,
with that,
take
but
him
I
out.
think
Take him out. He's out.
you can't. But you can't take him. He's probably
He-
dead
he-
at this point.
So what's he gonna do about it? What's he gonna do about it? Take him out.
That just makes
Bro,
it
that's
worse.
like
Hey,
getting
That you're
an
taking him out.
asterisk on your name. Like that hurts.
Yeah, it
But
would hurt. Maybe you should have been better.
you can't get your.
No,
I will
man.
say this, like,
You can't take him
so
out the Hall of Fame.
watching that documentary, I will say, like, Jordan's crossover game was garbage. Like
By
his
today's
I didn't know
standards,
enough about basketball to say that, but it looked like it. Yes.
bro, like
Yeah.
he did that double between the legs,
bro,
and then went
it
over
looked
to the
so
key and
good,
pulled up.
but then I was
It
like,
looked good back in, like, if you were doing a drill, you know, like when you play ball in high school.
that's just a
and-
drill now.
That's just a drill. That's all that is. Jordan just did a drill in the game. Like
He
But
crossed
that's what-
Larry Bird 2 times and then just went to the right around him.
with the
And I was just
normal
like-
basketball drill.
Yeah, but I was like the way that like old footage looks, it was just like, dang, he's so good. Nobody could hold him. But then it was like, they weren't good at defense back then. They were just fouling. That's it. They couldn't
Yeah.
stay
What-
in front of you with one hand up and one hand towards the ball. They didn't have any actual like defensive skill. They would just foul you.
I
That's
think
why
it's
they say that 80s basketball was so tough, because they were fouling. It's like, no.
Well, you can also like lean into somebody a lot. You can't lean in now. Like you can't hand check
No,
now. I mean,
no, just guard the ball. Don't foul me. Just guard the ball.
But
Hey, look,
can you imagine?
look, hold
I
on,
look at
one
it this
thing.
way. Oh, go ahead.
I don't like Kawhi. Kawhi is locking everybody up 90s and before. I don't
I
like
think
Kawhi.
most good
but he's putting
defenders can lock up.
shackles. He's putting shackles on anybody from the 90s and earlier.
Do you think Kawhi could check MJ in a game of one-on-one?
Dude,
90s rules?
Kawhi is a beast. He's so good defensively.
I'm not saying he's not. Like, he definitely, like, he invented the no-look steal. So, like, this he's a god when it comes to defense.
Like, I
But-
don't know. I don't think Jordan ever had to deal with somebody with the fundamental discipline on that defensive talent and in the body of Kawhi Leonard.
You guys all realize that the only reason why these things exist is because you had the Magic, you had the Bird, you had the
That's
Russell.
fine. That's fine. Things get better over time. I'm not repping,
that's
I'm
all
not
it is
repping
just
the
natural
first
evolution.
iPhone just because it's the first one.
I know, but would you say it's not a good phone? It's only not a good
Yes.
phone compared to phones now.
No, it's bad. It's
Right.
bad. It's a bad phone.
It wasn't a bad phone when it first came out. That's the reason why it's so,
It is
so-
now.
Why would you have that same phone? See, that's what I'm saying.
I think
I'm not
I
buying
think we're getting
Pumpernickel.
off topic.
Yeah, we're off topic.
getting way off topic.
Jordan is an iPhone
We're-
3GS.
we're-
Kawhi is an iPhone 9.
I'm just saying.
I'm just
You
saying,
got to give
like,
them respect.
when I watched this documentary and just watching it and seeing everything, I was like, man, okay. One, I see, like, when I saw Jordan, like young Jordan, I was like, oh, he was actually like a nice young man. Like, I don't know
Mhm.
why. Like, whenever I see Michael Jordan now, I just seem like he looks like a jerk. Like, he may not be one, but he just has to look like, oh man, like you.
I've always
awful
heard that he is kind of a jerk. Like just as a person.
Yeah, I just think that, like, he's
Yeah.
just different. I think he's just wired
Well, I mean, like,
differently.
I was in another state on vacation one time, and we were at this pretty nice, it's a hotel, but it has like really nice golf course resort to it. So like a lot of famous people go there. And this guy, he was parking our car valet, and somebody, I don't know why, somebody asked him like, "Hey, does anybody like cool staying here or something?" And he was like, "Yeah, dude, people come here all the time. Like this person was here, this person was here." Um, he said like some actor was just there and tipped him like $200 just because. Like he was like, man, he was like so cool. And I was like, didn't Jordan, wasn't Jordan just, he was here like recently, wasn't he? Because there was an event in the city, and he was like, yeah, he was kind of a jerk, and he didn't tip me. And I was like, oh, all right.
But see, I think that's the problem of like a celebrity though. Everybody kind of knows
He
what's
didn't
in
even
your
tip.
wallet, and
You're supposed to tip.
every
Give him
tip
$10.
who?
The valet person.
But everybody, if you tip, like when you're Jordan, everybody's expecting a tip. You can't ever not get away with tip. And there's times where we as individuals who are not
LC not
celebrities,
tipping.
now
If
of
I ain't
course
got
for
cash
less,
on
for
you,
way less.
bruh, you charge me $20 to valet my car to park
Valet
it.
was free. Valet was free.
Oh, it's valet is free. That's just cheap.
You know what I'm saying?
He
All
was
Valet was,
taking.
I'm saying
He's used to
valet
getting
was
perks.
free.
right.
No, I'm saying valet was free, and I was just saying like, dude, all you gotta do is hand him like $20. He'd have been like, he gave me an average tip, but he didn't have to be overly nice. The dude was just like, yeah, I parked his car. He didn't tip me, and he was just like really short, and he didn't talk to me. Like,
Got a
I was
scenario
just,
for you.
I'm
all
not
right,
gonna
what's up?
lie though. Like, if I'm rich and famous, I'm not talking to the valet either.
Wow,
Like,
but everybody else
I'm not.
did.
No, I
Everybody
don't
else
care.
in his scenario. Wow, black
That's
people.
I'm coming from me as a rich famous person. Like, I'm not rich and famous now, so we can have a
I was
conversation.
like,
I was like,
what?
I barely talk to them now. Like, hey, here's my keys. Thank you very much. Here's your tag. All right, cool. I'll be back in a little bit. Here's my tag.
Yeah,
I
just
thank you
do
guys.
that.
Have a
That's
good
all
night.
you have to do,
Go.
though. Just
No.
do that.
Famous, $1 million.
Why? But why?
Done. There is.
Done.
I might not
But-
even make eye contact.
But
There's
why?
no need, because I
But
can't.
why?
No
You
need.
can do that now.
No, I cannot do that now.
Yes, you can.
See, here's
the
It's
thing,
not
it's like,
different.
I
Celebrity
can
haven't
do
reached
it
that level
now,
yet.
but I don't carry any clout, right? I don't carry any notoriety. So if that happens, all that's gonna happen next time is like, that's that jerk right there. Scratch his car the next time we see him, right? I can't
They
afford
can
to have
do
my
that
car.
to you as your.
I can't
it's
afford to
'cause you
have my
can't
car
fix it.
redetailed, so that it would affect me more, right?
Mhm.
But if I'm Jordan, and like, let's say you go online and you scream about like how I was rude to you, validating my car, valeting my car, the only thing that happens is I get more publicity, right? People are going to defend me no matter what, because I'm famous. Like, I'm already going to have my fans. And then if you do scratch up my car, I'm famous. Your boss, my car, you pay me, or he is fired. I don't have that clout, right? Because it's like, he's like, hey, he was rude to me. He was a jerk. Didn't even make eye contact with me last time. Like, and when it was an accident, his boss is going to be like, you're right. Sorry, sir. There's nothing we can do about it. But if I'm Jordan, you scratch my Mercedes? Nah.
What if he didn't have $20? What if he, you know what I mean? Like, have you ever just not had the proper change? What if the situation
Yeah.
was he just didn't have 20, he only had like a roll of hundreds and
That's
his
fine.
credit
If
card?
you don't have it, if you don't have any cash on you, and you don't want to be a jerk, just be like, "Hey, man, thank you for parking my car. I'm sorry, I don't have any cash on me," and just go. And just go. It's one sentence. That's it. Like, you don't have a clicker that's
Sure.
like how many words you could say per day, LC, up here. Like, I don't want to talk to nobody. I'm rich. Like, what? Doesn't make sense.
I look at this
Rich
way,
people
like,
talk to more people.
but
That's
about
true.
different things.
That's true too.
I mean, you think about it, it's like, it was so hard.
If you were famous,
Hold on, wait.
let me
It was
ask
so
you.
hard
Okay.
for Steve Jobs to pick clothes. He had the same outfit for 20 years. How hard is it to pick a different outfit? It's not. But because he's rich and he's thinking about so many other things, he ain't got time to pick out his clothes, which is why Jordan walks around in those 90 suits that are too big for him because he ain't got time to look at it and pick them out because he's thinking about other things.
No, Scotty dresses the same way though.
Yeah, yeah.
I feel like Scotty
just
dresses
that
a
era.
little bit better when he's on the jump.
They all back.
Well,
then. They all
because-
dressed
well-
well back then.
Yeah.
It's because they had a dress code and it wasn't a good dress code. Shit. Thanks, Allen
That
Iverson.
was back when they were like, was Jordan around when they first started saying you gotta wear suits? Was that Jordan?
That was
too, or
like
that
towards the
Kobe?
end of it. That was like the suits got implemented when Allen Iverson came into the league.
Yeah.
Well,
Because
that
Allen
was the
Iverson brought
nigga
like
in
the
the
hip hop
NBA.
and stuff.
Well, you know what happened? He crossed Jordan. He crossed Jordan that one time, and they were like, "That man has too much style. We got to take him down." Baggy suits. Yeah.
And
What
that's where
up?
I was going like in the documentary is that like Jordan's crossover looked amazing, but then Allen Iverson comes up and like hits him with a sick double cross, and he made Jordan look pedestrian. Like it was crazy. So
He made Jordan look so bad. He was nice to the valet.
Here's the thing, though. Would you ever catch one of the players saying this about Jordan? That he was
Yeah.
overrated?
bro, like you see how many
Yeah.
haters came out? Like
They're
soon as
not
this
haters,
Jordan
Oh, for real?
Oh, bro. LeBron James fans showed up like the time haters from Dave Chappelle when this documentary, like no one said anything about Mike or LeBron James. Jordan didn't downplay anybody in the league currently. But in the documentary, not in the documentary, he did not poo-poo anybody that's currently in the league. And then all of a sudden,
in the
Kendrick
documentary, he
in the
didn't say
documentary.
anything about the players currently, but
no.
he only released the documentary the day after LeBron won his championship in Cleveland.
I mean, petty is petty. We're not going to talk about him being petty. I'm just saying is that
All right.
Is that
when-
factual?
that-
I thought that was just a meme.
Yeah, that's
that's
factual.
That's thing.
Like he was the final person who had to say, yeah, let's do the documentary because all the footage was already there. Day after Draymond Green was crying in the car saying, KD, please come help me, Jordan was like, this man is too good.
No, I think what they realized, or maybe what Jordan realized, is that people are going to start thinking that this is greatness, and to some degree, what LeBron did for the Cavs is greatness.
He beat us.
But another part of it was like there was a lot of things that were working for him that season. He did have a healthy Kevin Love that season. He did have Kyrie
He
that
beat
season.
the team with the greatest record of all time, which was beating
Who did not have all of
Jordan's
their
team.
players the whole season or the whole playoffs.
Or even the whole playoffs.
No, they did.
I mean, if you look at it, like Andre Iguodala was injured a lot during that series, and that was
And
Andre
who was
Iguodala went
holding
for that
LeBron
layup and
down?
got
Andre Iguodala.
Andre Iguodala was the main reason why the Warriors won the first time.
At the end. He went for the layup and got blocked at the end. Greatest block
Because
of all time.
he was already dealing with back spasms. He was playing injured.
He should have been looking back. Maybe
LeBron's-
the ball would have had a
That's not
spasm.
fair.
and he
Like
could have
LeBron
scored.
has done that to like literally everybody in the league.
That's probably
like,
LeBron's most iconic move, honestly, is
Yep.
the block from behind. And that one in the playoffs probably sealed that. But like LeBron's really good at a lot of stuff, but I think those chase down blocks are probably the most iconic thing. Because he doesn't.
What else is he really good at?
Passing.
Wow. Move on.
No, he's good
No,
at
no,
this.
no, really. Hold on, break
Like-
this down. To me, he's not a phenomenal shooter. Whenever he shoots a three and everybody's amazed, it's because, for one, he doesn't really do them. And honestly, I've seen that thing throw up some bricks. Like, I'm like, I hate watching
You're
you
saying
sometimes.
he's not a phenomenal
dribbling,
shooter
his
because
ball
you
handling?
watch all the time. He has a
It doesn't
great,
look good.
He has a ton of threes in his
Thank
career. I think he's what top what number is he in three pointers
3 points
all
made?
time? Yeah,
Let's look at that up.
He's
he's
not
high.
top.
He's high.
I think because of minutes played and skill, just overall skill, he's going to be on the court. I get that. But to me, he's not the best shooter. He's not a great – he's a decent ball handler, but his passing is phenomenal.
He's a
and I
good
give you
shooter.
great defense.
He is
Okay.
tied
He's a good
14th.
shooter. I'll give you that.
He's tied 14th for a 3-point.
He's top
3-point goals
15
made.
all time.
All
and
time.
3-pointers made all time.
What's
and
bad
he
is that
can't
like,
shoot
he's
threes.
behind. He's ahead, or he's tied with JJ Redick. So as JJ Redick, I would be mad if LeBron James is shooting the same amount of threes I am, and you're known
Who's on
for
the
shooting
court?
threes, and he's known.
But JJ Redick's whole game is to shoot threes. That's it.
That's what I'm
I know,
saying.
but
That's
the
why
minutes,
I would
though.
be.
It's minutes in the game. Look at minutes in the game per those shots It's just naturally going to happen. You know, it's like lingering around. You're going to see that.
No, you say that, but Ben Simmons been in the league for 4 years and done hit 2 threes.
But
so.
I think there is something to be said because if you look at the 3-point shooting percentage,
Ben
LeBron James is a
shoot.
30. LeBron James is a 34% 3-point shooter. JJ Redick is a 41%.
That's not shooter. Drastically different.
That is when you think about the
is.
thousands, bro. This is math.
Hold on, you're telling me somebody who hits a third of all their 3-pointers, who takes way more attempts than somebody else, and who has double teams, way more minutes, playoff time, finals time, versus somebody who barely gets on the court, runs off a screen and catches a wide open 3 and shoots it. That's it. That's all he has to do.
No, okay, hold on.
JJ Redick is not a prolific
JJ Redick
player.
Was a cold man before he got to the NBA. In college, he was cold. And then he's never since he's been in the NBA, he's never missed a playoff until this year.
Yeah. So, but he was running off screens and taking spot up 3s open.
I'm just saying,
it's not the same shot.
We're not gonna poo-poo JJ Redick.
He's good, but he's not great. I'll say that.
Yeah.
He's good, but
he's a
not
good
great.
shooter. He's a good shooter.
So if we're looking at field goal attempts, LeBron James attempted 5,409, and JJ Redick attempted 4,474. So over 1,000 more attempts just to have the same amount of makes as JJ Redick.
Yeah,
that doesn't mean you're not a good shooter. You're not as good.
You're not as good of a shooter.
Yeah, that's what we're saying. That's what I'm saying.
That's what we're saying.
That's fine. LeBron's not as good of a 3-point shooter as somebody whose whole job is to shoot 3s. That's perfectly fine to say.
But what I'm saying is that, if your whole job is to do one thing, and somebody else who isn't as good at doing that
has the same amount as
number, you should feel bad. That's what
Agreed.
I'm saying.
JJ Redick, you need to do better.
I agree with that.
Yeah.
JJ Redick should be mad.
Yeah. And the fact that Vince Carter has more 3s, that's just because he's just Vince Carter is number 6 on the list.
Can we change the logo?
The list is now trash. The list is now trash. Scratch the list. You can't get no argument off that list.
Vince Carter the GOAT. Vince Carter the GOAT.
He's either dunking on you or shooting a 3. That must be the formula. That must be it. 3s are dunks.
I'm ready for that argument. Somebody like, Jordan got 6 rings. Like, Vince Carter played for 80 years. What up?
That's true too.
He played for 80
I'm just saying
years.
LeBron
never missed a game.
To me, I think he's best overall. I think I'll give you that, best overall. He's high enough level at every particular thing. There's just nothing that, outside of the behind the block and the passing, nothing else is phenomenal about LeBron, and that's my problem with him. Nothing else is phenomenal.
He's the jack of all trades, in a sense of he's really good at everything, but he hasn't mastered anything. But if you look at it, all of his stats across the board would be
crazy.
Would be crazy. You know what I'm saying? If he was a 2K player, his 3-point shooting percentage would be 80, right? As far as the stat, it'd be an 80. And his speed and agility would be 80. But then his power, his court awareness, all the other things, the intangibles, those are at 99. Therefore, his overall is at 99.
Which is interesting argument. People who love LeBron generally hate on Draymond Green, and Draymond Green, I'm not saying they're built the same way, but as far as intangibles, Draymond Green is there. Everybody.
Nah, bro.
I'm getting a lot of crazy. Is that a good bad?
I'm not entertaining that at all. Draymond is trash.
If you would have watched Draymond this season, the man is making mistakes that don't even make sense. He's
because he don't have Clay and Steph, man.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. Dre had to be the number one option, and his whole mental game fell apart. He doesn't even know how to play basketball. He looks like the people in Space Jam when Charles Barkley lost his talent and that girl stole the ball from him. He was like, "You're not Charles Barkley. You just look like him." That's Draymond right now. But
He is Charles
like,
Barkley, though.
No,
He
he's
is
not.
Charles Barkley.
He's
no,
not.
he has rings.
So-
Charles Barkley ain't got any rings.
I
Bam,
think,
better than
and
Charles
here we
Barkley.
go. So that's
Ooh,
we
I
can
don't
have
know.
that
I said
conversation
what I
real quick.
said.
Like, does having rings make you great?
No,
Yes.
because then Robert Horry is the greatest player of all time.
Not the greatest, but one of the greats.
He's number 2. Bill Russell, greatest player of all time. Man has like 11 rings
True. I
and
agree.
college championships.
Yep.
Yeah.
That's one thing
So,
LeBron doesn't have. College
this is
championship.
my
That's why he'll
thing.
never be better
Can't
than
have
Michael.
something you didn't go to.
Oh, so Kobe's trash. I'm just playing.
That's what I'm saying.
See my
It's
face
like,
get sad.
I was like, that's not an argument we can win.
No.
Delete.
This is my thing. Is I don't like to compare people based off their highlights or their awards or whatever it is, because people be like, oh, the rules changed, oh, the competition changed, oh, it was a different league back then, or even go further back, it's like the ABA and the NBA, or like in segregation and stuff like that. Like, I don't like to look at that kind of stuff. It's if you saw these players in the middle of nowhere and you had never heard of them before, and they were all playing 5-on-5, what players are the best at the most things in basketball? LeBron is probably the best player out there.
Is that because of necessity?
I won't admit it.
No, I think it's because he's better at the most things, and he's probably one of the smartest basketball players, basketball IQ ever. Not like, is he better than Chris Paul at that? Probably not. But is he top 5 all-time basketball IQ? I feel like probably yes.
Yeah.
I think that he also is naturally good at things that you have to naturally be good at, and that you can't just improve on because you're in the gym. You know,
Yeah.
he has the size, he has
he has the body, he has the IQ, and he's really, really good. Maybe he's not the best at everything, but he's really, really good at 99% of the things you need to be good at to be a good basketball player. Most players are good at like half of them and struggle with the other half.
Mm-hmm.
I'm very interested to see, like, I don't want to go look it up right now, but like where LeBron James' stats were when he first came into the league, because like when he first came into the league his rookie year, he was killing it in scoring. Like, no one could really guard him, and he was always really good at rebounding, and he was always really good at passing. But like there were some like other intangibles that he didn't have yet, which is why I think is part of the reason why he got swept by the Spurs. Because I look at it as like, if you're that great, you can at least steal one game.
Well, I mean, after he lost to the Spurs, he went and I think he got with.
Didn't Kobe get swept by the Thunder? No, he didn't
Kobe
get
got
swept by the Thunder.
No, they won one game, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But no, LeBron went after that series and was like, I need to learn my post game. Like, that's what he did. And he came back the next season way better his post game. And now, I don't know really what you do, because nobody seems to be able to handle it. If LeBron catches the ball on the block and you only have one person down there, you're either getting a bucket or somebody's getting an open 3.
Yeah.
Because you have to double or triple him.
I think that's an issue more of like how the league has changed, and the simple fact that like LeBron James does that. We'll go 10 years ago when Shaq was still in the league and Yao Ming and all the big guys were there. That's not happening, because then what ends up happening
when
is
he was
like,
young, he wasn't that good down there.
Yeah,
he just wasn't as good. I'm saying now he's at least gonna he's at least gonna throw a pump fake and one of those dudes gonna move, because he's way faster than those players. So like,
but there's other players who do that though.
Yeah, but I'm saying, you were saying progression. Like, I'm saying that's one thing that he is 100 times better at than when he first came in the league.
Yeah, and that's what I'm saying. It's like his greatness happened like because it progressed there, and because like there was a need on the teams that he had because of it. So my thinking is like, if LeBron James was in the league and I was on the Cavs the first time around, and like year 4 they get Kyrie Irving, he doesn't have to leave to get Kyrie Irving. Like, Kyrie Irving is drafted to the team. Like, does he still have the all-time points, all-time assists, all-time rebounds and things like that? Or does Kyrie
I would-
Irving pull up like the Scottie Pippen and take over some of those stats?
I think he would still have him because Kyrie had to develop still, and like Kyrie got hurt.
Well, yeah,
Oh,
but I
wow.
mean, like just like
Yeah.
Pippen had to develop that too. Like Pippen didn't come in
Yeah,
the
that's
league,
true.
so
Yeah, but
Like,
and
if they
that's what I
just
said.
stayed
tough
together their
comparison,
whole
too.
career, like if they just stayed
Huh?
together for the rest of that time, I don't know. That's a hard one.
Yeah,
The- the-
because that's. Oh, go ahead.
I was gonna say the skills that Kyrie has that's really good at are really not the skills that LeBron is. You know, like for example, Kyrie's not a skilled passer to me. He is a skilled ball handler and a skilled shooter. Like top 5 for me, like currently. Like I trust his last shot. I don't trust LeBron's last shot. I don't think LeBron trusts LeBron's last shot. And I think that's what keeps him on the waiver when everybody talks about his greatness. If you have 5 seconds left, who are you lobbing it to if you have Paul George, a Kyrie, and LeBron? Who gets that ball?
I'm giving it to LeBron. Y'all crazy.
What? Over
First off,
Paul George and Kyrie?
Statistically, LeBron's more clutch than almost every player all time. Look it up. Second, LeBron's IQ.
Can't do
LeBron will make the right play before he takes the shot because he knows he's the guy. Jordan, Kobe, Paul George, they're like, I'm the dude. I'm taking the shot. I don't care.
Paul
we
George
win
has
or we
never
lose.
been that guy.
No,
He's
but he
tried to
thinks
be
he's
that guy.
Like he thinks he's that guy.
Paul George has never
Okay.
been the last shot guy?
No, he's been the last shot taker. He ain't been the
He's
last
not.
shot maker.
So
Paul George is it?
we'll just say Jordan and
No.
Kobe. If
As a
Paul
D
George was
Wade
that
fan,
guy, he wouldn't have been
LaCour and I
getting
expect
beat
better
by-
out of you.
Paul
Jordan
George?
and Kobe.
Because D Wade is trash, and if you give D Wade a pass, then you should be loving Paul George.
Oh, no.
I
D
said what I
Wade is
said.
better than Paul George. Oh, he's
D
not-
Wade's
What?
better than. Yes,
by far.
No, you're not.
Yes, he
No,
is.
you're not.
way
All
better.
time, Paul George ain't accomplished nothing.
He about to. One of these.
No.
What he gonna do? Break his other leg?
He almost stopped LeBron. If he had a better cast with him.
But he
You know
went-
who he had on the squad? He had Hibbert.
Oh,
Huh?
you're
Who is Hibbert?
Roy Hibbert?
Roy
sounds
Hibbert
good
had
for
his.
Roy
He
Hibbert.
had his time, don't
No,
you?
he's trash. He's
Nigga,
trash.
He's trash now,
thank
but
you.
he had his. He was
Lance
good at a bit.
Stevenson?
He was
What do you mean,
locked down
LeBron?
LeBron.
Hold on, Lance Stevenson's on LeBron's team right now because LeBron recognized how good he was. I don't. That doesn't make sense. He said,
No,
"This
he
guy's so
recognized
good."
how
I want
much
him
of
on
a
my team.
value he was. He recognized how much of a value for the cost that he can get him for. He's like a 2-for-1 special right now. Like he can get him an extra mock bucket or something. That's the only reason why he's on the team right now. He's cheap.
Okay. Anyways, Jordan and Kobe are the guy, no matter what. I
Yeah,
got 4 people on me. I'm taking a shot.
Yeah.
LeBron would rather make the better play. And you can argue and say, like, no, you got to take the shot. You're the best player on the court. But LeBron will see a double team and kick it to a worse player who's open for a better shot because that is a better shot.
But that's the
I'll
difference,
say-
though. They were the better play.
but yeah, that's
LeBron-
what
You don't
never-
know that. You don't know that.
Well, I think it's also like how those teams were constructed too, because like I can say that like LeBron's the way you construct a team around LeBron is that you have to open up the floor, and you have to put nothing but shooters around him so that he can be successful. It's a proven. Like you can't like
They only had like 2 shooters in Miami.
look, but they had the
What?
best shooter.
No, you're talking about. I'm talking about. You had Ray Allen for how many seasons? 2.
All of their championship run.
Yeah.
The first championship they didn't have him against the Thunder.
What?
I don't know that.
I don't think Ray Allen was there the whole time. They would have been the big 4. They were the big 3 with just Chris Bosh. He was still
Bosh
in
was a
Boston.
shooter.
I was going to change the subject, and now you
Bosh
got
is
me
a
looking
shooter,
this
but
up.
not a great shooter. But like I'm
That's
saying,
true.
and he had other jobs. Like Bosh wasn't there to hit threes. Like I'm saying, the first 2 years in Miami, like there was
2012,
only. Yeah, LeBron came in like 2010.
2011.
Okay, so
They lost the first one. They got Ray Allen, and then they won.
Yeah.
I'm at the look. I feel like he came after that season.
Because
Like, I think
Ray
he
Allen
came
was on the
in
Heat
between.
from 2012 to 2014. And then let's see, when did LeBron?
Oh, and Grant Hill. Sorry, I know that's from like 5 minutes ago. I was thinking of the other
Grant
player.
Hill.
Who was on the
You're
who was on
right.
the squad?
LeBron went to the Heat in July of 2010, which means he ended the 2010-2011 season on an L. The 2011-2012 season, which
on a
when
win, and
was that
then
on a
Ray
win?
Allen came. Yeah, because they lost, then they won, then they won, then they lost.
2011 championship roster.
You know what?
Oh yeah,
You know what
Shane
happened?
Battier. What?
Oh, remember the hand in
Battier's
the
a
face
good-
guy? Hand in the
Yeah.
face all the
Good,
Oh,
good
yeah.
That was
player.
true. Yeah,
He
I
had a
remember
good
Shea
player.
Battier.
No, you're right. Ray Allen wasn't on that squad. Mike
But
Bibby was
Jay-
on that squad?
Basketball
Bro,
was
they said
trash that
this-
year.
You see this
The Thunder made it all the way to the
championship cup right
finals.
there? Wow, dude, they had 4 Hall of Famers on that roster.
Who were not
Nah.
Hall of Fame level at the time.
They were not Hall of Famers yet.
I didn't say that. I didn't say that they were. I said they have
That's
4
what-
Hall of Famers on that team.
No, no
That's what I'm
way.
saying, though.
At
Them
the-
in
at the
baby
time,
form
they
is
were-
what got to the finals. That shows you they're low level. Or the low level of the competition in the NBA that
Hey,
year.
they were in the West. I thought the West was strong.
See,
No,
and
it wasn't.
This is exactly
Aha, I got you.
what this is exactly what the Jordan documentary has done. Is got us talking about basketball and realizing that we miss basketball so much. We don't care what's on TV. We're still just going to talk about it and how
Yep.
bad it is that we were supposed to be talking about the Jordan documentary and we're talking about LeBron James and the current NBA because
Dang.
the first 2
Jordan
episodes
shook.
were they were only good because COVID kept us in. That was
Everybody was saying
And-
the same thing. Yeah, it's bad.
I mean,
and the fact that we needed another villain because Carol Baskin, we can only make fun of her so much.
this
So
is
now
true.
that we have another white guy villain that we can go and he can't defend himself this time, I think we were just missing villains.
And Joe is becoming more of a villain as time unveils more of his
Yeah, that's
terrible.
true.
Yeah.
Also true.
So since we're on this path of talking about just NBA in general, my question would be, because we all know, for the time being, until the NBA season starts back up, Jordan is the GOAT. And until retirement, we got to see the full body of work. Like LeBron wins one more ring, which I hope he wins at least 2 more. Like the NBA opens back up, my Lakers, we can get two more championships, and then he can retire, and we can be the greatest team ever. But so we know that LeBron is maybe the great later, but his shoe game sucks. I will say that Jordan has more iconic shoes than LeBron.
He's really the only one when you think of iconic, something that's transcending even outside of sneaker culture. He's really the only one that people are looking for.
But
I'm an outsider. That's how I know this.
You guys
Kobe's
killing me
shoes
right now.
changed the game. Like Kobe's shoes is what enabled people to do low tops.
Guys,
the sock
guys.
Kobe, whatever. Which one was that? Which Kobe was
what
that?
are the 9, the 8? My bad.
That was good.
What are Jordan's iconic shoes though?
The black
Jordan
and red.
ones,
No, the number.
Jordan
One.
ones, Jordan 6. And I would definitely
11.
put 11 is on there,
Mhm.
and maybe the 4s.
Okay, so what you're telling me is Tinker Hatfield is the GOAT.
Who?
The designer.
Nike
Oh.
has 3 top designers, one of them being Tinker Hatfield. Tinker Hatfield made the Jordan 1, the Jordan 11, I think the Jordan 3, possibly the 6, and then the 14 and a couple more. He's also the exclusive designer for all Kobe's. And now that Kobe retired, Tinker Hatfield took over for Kyrie Irving. That's why Kyrie's look so much like Kobe's.
I'll
But
give him that.
you still got to
Okay,
have
that-
a guy who can sell that shoe though.
Oh yeah, you're right. But Jordan was also the only one then who had his own shoe.
But visually, visually
Visually
LeBron's
appealing,
don't
they
look
look
good.
great.
No, wait, the Converses.
Oh, you're
What is
crazy.
it? What's that man's name? Yeah, Chuck Taylor. Was a basketball player.
Nah, that's not the same.
He had a shoe.
That's not the same.
Hey, now I'm in on the conversation. Listen.
That's not the same.
Hey, that shoe's been around for how long? And how many versions? Oh man, whoever made that shoe
Taylor
is the GOAT.
Chuck
Taylor's the GOAT.
You can get
Get
that
out,
shoe
Jordan.
everywhere. You can get that shoe at Walmart. And I think that's the issue with LeBron James. If he put his
you ain't got
shoes
the
in
Walmart in there.
Walmart, he would sell more shoes than anybody else. Because sometimes they're ugly, but if they're affordable, I might put on a pair.
If that was true,
man.
Shaq would be selling.
Yeah.
The
Shaq
Shaqs are at
went
Walmart.
to his is at Target too.
Yeah.
Target and Kmart.
Well, he wanted kids to be able to afford shoes, so he put them at Walmart and stuff.
I would not buy Chuck Taylor if I bought him from Walmart. I don't know why. I would
Agreed.
literally go to the next store over and get him from. I can't do it.
Yep,
Can't do it.
agreed. Can't do it.
So you telling me that if Walmart started selling Chuck Taylors, like the limited edition release Chuck Taylors in store, you're not picking up a
Wait,
you gonna tell me I have to get a whole new line of shoes now? I gotta throw away all my Chuck Taylors.
limited edition? Limited edition? I'm in.
Limited. You're gonna buy some limited edition Chuck Taylors.
Oh, yeah.
Only
from
get
Walmart.
them from Walmart.
Big facts.
There's nothing you can only get from Walmart. Like it's like it generally Walmart means that you can find this anywhere else. We're just the cheapest. That's their company logo.
Yeah. But if Walmart drops some limited edition, bro, I'm in. You're crazy. I'd be lined up.
You can
How are
get
they even?
Pops from
That
Walmart.
doesn't even fit their business model.
No, it doesn't. That's why it wouldn't happen.
You get limited edition Pops. Like they have Walmart exclusive Pops and toys.
They do have that.
Do they?
Yeah. And then I guess they're the only retail store where like people go to steal. Like no one goes to Walmart to shop normally. It's like Walmart's like your last option.
Yeah,
people just walking in Walmart to steal.
That's why they set up self-checkouts. They set up self-checkouts because they knew people were stealing and they just wanted to get a higher shrink insurance. So they were like, self-checkouts, that's not our fault. You got to insure that.
Yo, they will, but the way self-checkout has evolved, like they're looking for eye movements and to see how shifty you are.
Here's my question, Troy. Not morally or right and wrong, just from the fact that like, you know how profitable the store is it okay to steal from Walmart?
Okay.
Why not?
Stealing from anything and anyone
like,
wrong.
it's a moral thing. It's like it's because you're stealing. That's why it's not right.
Y'all crazy.
Not
Walmart,
from who is the fact.
Walmart has insurance for all that stuff. It's already planned in at the beginning of the year. You stealing a TV or something, even if it's $1,000, isn't going to impact anybody at Walmart because it's so big.
Well, stealing generally is not about the other person you're stealing. Well, it should be a little bit about that, but it's a lot about you as your own person. You know, so if you're
I don't care about that.
No,
then by all means do what you need.
I was a store manager. And when someone stole from me, it hurt me personally. It came out of my
Yeah, but
P&L.
you were a store manager and had what, like 10, 12 employees, 20?
That's generous.
Yeah,
I'm saying 10 to 12 employees. Bruh, that's somebody right there.
Yeah, I'm saying somebody stole from you, like you saw the thing missing.
Yeah.
You steal from Walmart, nobody's gonna notice. Nobody's gonna even notice if you took a can of beans from Walmart.
Man, I've had hard times, and I just can't even.
I'm not talking about hard times. I'm talking like right now. Like I'm just
I look
chilling.
at it this way. I was like, I don't see people be bold. Like stealing from Walmart, you are a bold person because of how many cameras and like, even though there aren't employees to see you steal it, there are other people that are shopping at Walmart. So you know, like the arrogance
They
you have to
can't
have
do
to just walk
anything
in.
afterwards, though. They can't do anything
No,
afterwards.
but I'm just saying, like the arrogance to walk in, knowingly grab something while 5 people you don't know see you grab it, and then walk out. Like
savage.
That's pretty bold. Like,
Yeah,
It does seem like
Go ahead.
No, I would say that it does seem like it'd be a better place to steal from than Walmart. That's all.
Like I'm
now interrupting you.
I have no love for Walmart. Don't get me wrong. It was like they lose money all the time, and I'm kind of like I'm grateful that they're losing money. I was like, you took jobs away from people because you gave them like the self checkout, and then you put that one person to interrogate me every time I can't figure out how to scan something that's not making sense on the barcode because I didn't get the employee handbook on how to do this. So then I have to go through that process. You look at me like a hawk and walk out, and then have to scan my stuff after I walk out. If I don't put it in the bag, just run a register. That's all you have to do.
I read somewhere that if they just raise their products, it was a movie that said like if they just raise their products by like 1 cent, it would be enough to take care of their employees and make sure their employees didn't have to need financial assistance from the government, which financial assistance government programs are a large part of the income that comes from Walmart or goes to Walmart. So the interesting thing about it is like they're so bad of people, like as human beings, that they would not ensure that the government is not. Well, is that their whole model? Like we're going to employ people.
There's nothing wrong with them doing that. Like that's their decision as a business owner. At the end of the day, though, they're smart enough businessmen that they have insurance. Businessmen and women, they have insurance. If I stole some bananas, I'm gonna be fine.
But then they need to. I don't know, man. That's not morally. I feel like morally, if you could do better, do better.
My question
okay,
is
so like
this.
I'll buy milk and then steal the bananas. So like I still gave him some money.
It's still wrong.
Yeah, maybe.
Like, do I have sympathy if someone steals from Walmart? No. Right? Now, should you steal from Walmart? You shouldn't steal, period. Regardless if it's Walmart or not. But like if Walmart, like if the owner of Walmart was getting online and crying like we're losing money all the time because of the fact that people are stealing in the self-checkout, then my response is stop spending billions of dollars on IT and like AI programs and just put that money back into your employees who was making sure your shrink wasn't happening.
Hey,
seems like
you ever seen Les Mis?
But I will say this about I did not see Les Mis. What was your point about
See Les Mis? Man stole some bread. Whole plot of the movie.
Oh,
there you go. Les Mis, John Valjean. Let's get this bread. 2020.
Have you ever been at Walmart like late at night and there's like one register?
All the time.
I don't know if they were actually
all the time.
There's only one register open, right? And I don't think there's employees that lost their jobs because of the self checkout. Maybe there are some. I don't know. There are. Okay.
Yeah. No, I look at it this way. Like Walmart has always been notorious for having like 1,000 lanes and only 2 of them open, even at their peak. Like they I don't know why. Like they build Walmarts knowing we only gonna have 2 registers open.
We ain't gonna use none of this.
None of it. So I was like, if you want to save money, stop building like 20 registers and just build the ones you know you're gonna use anyway.
There's registers with plastic still on it.
Right? Ain't ever been used.
Just collected. Oh man, that's terrible. I'm sorry. I hate Walmart.
No, if I can avoid going to Walmart for anything, I do.
Y'all crazy. I shop at Walmart every week.
No,
I do too.
I go to Crest.
I hate it. You go to Crest over Walmart?
I drive out of the way to go to Crest.
For what?
People. Interaction with people. I don't look.
See, people like you don't get the COVID.
No, I'm not saying I'm going up there and breathing on them and shaking their hands and dapping them up. But how you doing? Here's my money. Like
COVID.
Cough on my plastic and then give it to them. Like none of that. No, I'm just saying like it's nice that like when I go into the store, I know that what I buy is gonna at least go to the people working there first.
Mm-hmm.
Right? And then the other side of that, it's nice to also like have that interaction on the other side of the cash register. Like, you know, like you have the charcoal up there and you have your ribs up there. It feels good when someone's like, "Oh, you grilling today?" Yeah, man, I'm coming over your house. That's a compliment, right?
You like
you
that?
go and, bro, that makes me feel great.
I hate it. I'm like, you nosy person, get out my groceries, just scan it.
What?
I hate it.
You're,
I utterly
you're
hate
the
it.
reason why self-checkout exists.
Thank you.
Yep.
I was also willing to admit that it didn't lose any jobs, which is ludicrous. I don't. That's probably my biggest pet peeve. Like, as soon as they start commenting on something, I'm like, oh, yeah, I know. Because have you ever bought something crazy from Walmart and you're like, oh, they're gonna say, listen, don't ask about this test. Don't worry about it. Just scan it and put it in the bag. Just scan it.
Those are great conversations, though. You never forget those conversations.
That's a great conversation.
That's a great conversation. I've not had the conversation you've had. I don't go to Walmart for that type of stuff. I know where to go. Like if it's
all right, so you don't go to test.
Or I need some medicine. Walmart's not the place for me. I'm going to Walgreens.
Go through the drive-through, man.
Go through the drive-through or something. So like pick up online or whatever. But for groceries and like normal items, I try and go to like more local places if I can. And I'm just going to say this for all those people that say, like, shop local. Sometimes in local places is trash. So I'm just throw that out there. It's like, I want to shop with you, but you cannot be charging me $20 for the same thing I can go to Walmart to get for $2. I can't support. I can't support. So that's a rant. We are like, we started here and we went way over there.
We're good. I think we're good. Like on that one.
But hey, fam, I just want to say thanks for showing up and watching another video. Just giving you all a heads up that this is our mid-season, so we'll be taking a little bit of a break, but don't worry, we'll definitely be back. I'd say keep your eyes out. We have a lot more content coming out to you, some movie reviews, some game reviews, so just some other things to bring to you to kind of just diversify your entertainment. So stay tuned. We'll see you guys next time. Take care. Bye, fam.